Good morning. It is day 353 of From Here to Jerusalem. I wanted to do is sleep more. All I want to do is sleep now that I've been sleeping for a week. And then after, I know that in an hour or two I would want to, get going. But we've packed up. Sean Harp is back in his bag. I've got a cup of tea. The bags are packed. Jerry the stick is here. Thank you, Jerry, for still being here. And I'll be heading out. Once I've drank my tea, I'm gonna head out towards the train station, and we're gonna go back to Asenovgrad, back to the road. Back to the road. Sleep would be good. Walking is good too. The body can do with it, I think. Where are we going to sleep? I looked at places, I can't find anything. Anyway, we'll figure it out. Okay. See you later. Oh yeah, I was in time for the train. I got my ticket. And then my brain went. My brain just went like... It was looking at the ticket, and I'm looking at where I need to go, and I'm looking at the ticket instead of the board. So I end up on the wrong platform, and I miss the train. So now I have to wait for an hour, maybe 2 hours and a half. There is a train in an hour that I can do 2 stops, and I can move on to the next train, or I wait until 11. Oh. I'm sure there is a reason. I'm sure there is a good reason. It's all fine. It's all good. But I was kind of geared towards moving, so now I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, will I have breakfast? But I don't want to put the harp on my back again and go down and get coffee. I have rice crackers here, so I could eat some. I could eat. Maybe I should eat. And now we wait. So I went for my groceries in Billa, and then I thought, do you know what? I actually need coffee, I need to go to the loo, and I need to have something to eat. And I stopped in a little place called Heli Foods. And just wonderful, like. Really nice dinner. They have like this. I thought, like, I walked in, there were all these elderly people sitting there drinking coffee, and I'm thinking, maybe I've got it wrong. Like, maybe there is like an elderly people meeting here. I could join, and I kind of went like, oh, is it okay that I'm here? And then I realized I had to order outside in the actual place. And the Papa spoke fluent German. He'd worked in Germany for 5 years, and the daughter spoke English. And I had a lovely cup of coffee, and dinner. And now we go into the wilds again, into the unknown. I can't stay in the in the monastery, it turns out, but I'm heading that way anyway, and I'll see what happens. Supposedly it's going to rain in a few hours. Worst case scenario, I get wet. But you know, and I have to come back to here. But Ina is still working on finding me a bed. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Talk about adventure, like. But they're just clouds, right? They're just clouds up there. Wish me luck. I thought I had checked, but that I wouldn't be on a big road. Now this is not super big, but it's big enough. Darn. Okay, well, I'll have to do it for about 7 or 8 kilometers, and then I should be at the monastery. Wind is picking up, it's cool, there's spits and spots. Don't know if it's gonna hold. We'll have to wait and see. See you later. spoke of him ill, and I rewarded for all of my pains, and he will be wed to another. When I saw my love to the church go, with his maid and his groomsmen, he made a fine show, and I followed on with my heart full of woe, for he's to be wed to another. There we are. Hello, hello. So yeah, this is the end of day 350. Is it 3 or 4? I don't remember. I walked the whole day. There was no, the monastery could not put me up, and I didn't hear anything, so I kept walking. They said that it would rain, but the whole day there were clouds and no rain. So I just kept going, no Wiesfort, and then I realized that I still didn't know. And I thought I'd make it to Lenovo, knowing that there also was nothing there. But just before sunset, I was still not there, and I started looking for places to camp. So I'm now in the graveyard, just outside of Lenovo, in the old part of the graveyard. And I set up all my gear because it started raining, and I didn't want to do the last 2-3 kilometers in the rain, possibly arriving in the dark and not having a bed. So I made camp. And well, of course, I haven't made camp in a good while, so I hope I did a good job, because otherwise I'm going to be very unhappy tomorrow. But I did. So I'm out of sight from the road. There's a road that goes by the graveyard. I looked up the graveyard. There is water. I'm right in the back. I'm looking at a farm. Those are little lights. That is a farm. And they are milking over there, I think. Yeah, there. Just next to those lights. Those lights. Right next to it, there is a milking stable. And on the other side of the road, same thing. So there's people close by, just in case if I end up being like unable to spend the night out alone. It's about 6 degrees. No, it's about 9 degrees. It'll go down to about 6. I'm in my sleeping bag, half in my sleeping bag. I have to admit, it took me a while to set the whole thing up, and I have the feeling that the tarp is too low. But on the other hand, I did an okay job. I'm undercover. I'm not gonna die. Okay, well, tomorrow is another day. We'll see you then. Good night.